Good evening everyone, a very quick Workbench update video. My plans for this month have gone completely out the window. I've ended up going back in time to my late 1960s and early 1970s Madagascar fleet air arm kits, reboxing them and trying to improve them slightly. So here we have the Buccaneer S2. This is the old Airfix kit, which is absolutely awful. Not a patch on the new kit at all. But at the time, these were all that was available and they were retailing for silly money. I managed to get quite a few over a number of years, and this kit is around 10 to 15 years old. So its build kind of reflects that. I did find a trick with the old Airfix kit, which is to start gluing it here and then it helps to fit. But overall, it's not a good kit at all. Some of mine are improved with resin noses. However, this one appears to have the old plastic nose, which I know apparently is out of shape. I've got two of the new Airfix kits to build and they are much better. But here we go. So I've done this as a late 1970s SEAD aircraft, so for the suppression of enemy air defence. It's got an AGM-77 standard arm anti-radar missile. It's got the two slipper tanks. It's got chaff and flare dispensers on the rear, and it's got an AGM-45 Shrike, which is a smaller missile that you can see there. It's got the Madagascar 1960s, early 70s roundels, which are based on RAF roundels with the M for Madagascar. They look a bit Super Mario. On the other side, it's got an experimental marking, which was late 70s going into the early 80s. They swapped the colours around, and there's the Shrike. I always felt that the Buccaneer was let down by lack of investment in its avionics. So here we have it with the Shrike and with the standard arm, and I believe that that might be a bit more potent than the AS-37 Martel. Then I've been working on the Cougar, which is the Cougar trainer. I've been applying about 10 coats of this orange paint, which I have put on a white base, as you should, and it still isn't great. I've also had to touch up the canopy with some filler where it's cracked over time, and I need to sort the decals out. This is the sword kit, and as you can see underneath, the fit is not great, but the fit on top is much better. And there's some weird discrepancies between the wings where the lights are on the edge of the wingtips. One wing is made bigger than the other. And then this is a Fujimi UH-1N, which I'm doing in the 1970s overall grey helicopter colour. I've added some flotation devices from a Casa 212 kit, and this still needs the rotor hub painting. Now, interestingly, this kit, very good fit wise, apart from where that top piece there broke in two, which was a bit of a nightmare. So I've tried to repair it as best as I can. However, it is not perfect in any way. And that's the wiper blade mechanism there. And I think the plastic on this kit is just so brittle. Even as I was taking parts off the sprues, it was snapping. Lovely kit other than that. You can see why they're rare. It builds extremely well. The interior is very good. Stupidly, many years ago, I sold the ASW one of these, and you can't get them for love or money now. And last but not least, this is a Sikorsky HSS-1 Seabat. I'm doing it with the Westland style, non-American style undercarriage. It does have an interior, but it lacks all the ASW equipment. So I've painted the cockpit as best as I can, and as you can see, it's got the typical Italeri great fit. So putty required on this. It's a real shame that Italeri let down their models so much with just poor fitment in some areas. However, compared to the sword kit, it still leagues ahead. And compared to the snapping Fujimi, it's still built a lot better. So that's where I'm at with the Workbench. I've also been finishing a Grumman S1 tracker and doing various other jobs, and hopefully I'll present those soon. So there we go. Take care everyone. Enjoy what's left of your weekend.